only on 7 News.
He was just terrified and shaking and scared and curled up and kind of...
She witnessed her friend getting beaten up by 2 men here in Boulder. Both suspects, CU football players, and were in court today facing charges. Molly Hendrickson is live. And Molly, those men are now out of jail.
Yeah, they both bonded out earlier this afternoon. We went by their homes, but nobody answers now. According to this police report, this is where it all started at the 7-Eleven. The victim was walking home when he bumped into one of those football players.
I don't think anybody really knows what it's like to watch your friend almost die.
Too afraid to show her face, friend of beating victim Lee Bussey, seen here, says what she saw Friday night still haunts her.
He was just profusely bleeding from the top of his head.
It all started when Bussey bumped into Alex Lewis, who was walking with Jordan Webb. Bussey's friends say he apologized, and that's when Lewis went on the offensive.
He was pushed into the pay-to-park meters. The bigger guy, Alex, grabbed his throat and shoved him into the meter again. And at that point, his hands went up and he just collapsed to the ground.
My client didn't do anything but shove a fellow who I guess fell.
Not so, says Lewis's attorney. He says it was Bussey who started it, and it was Bussey who threw the first and only punches.
A fellow swung at him. He pushed him a couple times to get him out of the way, and that was what happened.
But the police report indicates Lewis, who's 6'6", is much larger than Bussey, who's just 5'11". Both players, it notes, had blood on their clothes. Their stories, it says, are inconsistent with the cadets' injuries.
You could have killed them had we not been there. That's not okay.
And Bussey was taken to the hospital. He received several stitches to his head, but he is doing okay. Now, something else to note, both the victim and the suspects were drinking. Lewis admits to police that he had at least 10 beers, 6 glasses of wine, and 6 shots that night. Reporting live in Boulder, Molly Hendrickson, 7 News.